Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we have the topic of excess reagent. First of all, we will define what is excess reagent. A reagent or reactant which is not consumed completely and left behind at the end of the reaction is known as excess reagent. A reactant which is not consumed or which is not completely used in the reaction and left behind at the end of the reaction is known as excess reagent. In any reaction, the efficiency of the reaction depends upon all sorts of the reactants. The reactant which is consumed earlier will be the most critical one and controls the overall reaction, while the reactants which are present in the excess amount will not affect the reaction as much as the limiting reactant does. But we have to find the concentration or quantity of the reactant that is not used or that left behind at the end of the reaction. For this purpose, we will have to make some comparisons. How we can find the excess reagent? For this purpose, identification, for identification of excess reagent or for the calculation of the amount of excess reagent left behind, we have to perform two steps. Number one, calculation of moles of reactants and products. Then comparison. First of all, we have to calculate the number of moles of both the reactants and the product. Then we have to compare the reactants one by one with the product in order to find the limiting reagent. Then, after finding the limiting reagent, the reagent other than limiting reagent will be the excess reagent. Then how can we find the excess reagent? For this purpose, then we have to compare. Then comparison of both the reactants. We have to compare both the reactants with one another in order to find the quantity of the excess reagent used in the reaction and the quantity of the reagent left behind at the end of the reaction. So you can find it by the comparison of both the reactants. Before doing this comparison, you will have to find the limiting reagent first. For example, you are given a reaction in which calcium hydroxide reacts with ammonium chloride to produce calcium chloride and ammonium hydroxide. This is the reaction, and you are asked that if 1.35 moles of calcium hydroxide react with 1.87 moles of ammonium chloride to produce calcium chloride and ammonium hydroxide. Find out the amount of calcium chloride, calcium hydroxide left behind. This is the statement and this is the equation. According to this reaction, if 1.35 moles of calcium hydroxide react with 1.87 moles of ammonium chloride to produce calcium chloride and ammonium hydroxide, find out the amount of calcium hydroxide left behind. It means we are given that calcium hydroxide is in excess and we have to find its amount which is left behind. For this purpose, you will have to make a comparison of both the reactants, calcium hydroxide and ammonium chloride. Students, according to equation, make the comparison. Compare the number of moles of calcium hydroxide with number of moles of ammonium chloride. According to the balanced chemical reaction, 1 mole of calcium hydroxide reacts with 2 moles of ammonium chloride. As you have to find the excess amount of calcium hydroxide, so you have to compare ammonium chloride with calcium hydroxide and you have to write ammonium chloride first, then ammonium, then calcium hydroxide. So you will write it as ammonium chloride ratio calcium hydroxide. According to the balanced chemical reaction, 2 moles of calcium, 2 moles of ammonium chloride react with 1 mole of calcium hydroxide. You have to find the value for 1.87. So for this purpose, you have the idea of unity factor, which is conversion factor. As from with 2 moles, the reaction of 1 mole of calcium hydroxide occurs. Then with 1 mole, there will be half moles of calcium hydroxide. Means if we have 2 moles of ammonium chloride, then for the completion of reaction and the production of desired products, 1 mole of calcium hydroxide will be used. And if 1 mole of ammonium chloride is used, then half mole of calcium hydroxide will be used in order to formulate the desired product. So this is the information which we get from the reaction. Now use the values given. You are asked to find the number of moles of ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride are 1.87. We are using 1.87 moles with half into 1.35 moles. Now it will be 1.87 moles 1.35 by 2 moles divided by 2, it will be so we can say that from 1.87 moles of or with 1.87 moles of ammonium chloride, 0.935 moles of calcium hydroxide will react. Now students, according to the reaction, these are the moles of calcium hydroxide which are consumed in this reaction. So amount taken initially is 1.35 moles. Amount being used or being consumed is 0.935 moles, and amount that left behind will be taken initially 1.35 minus being used 0.935. It will be 0.415 moles. These are the number of moles of calcium hydroxide. These are the moles which are left behind at the end of the reaction. Now you can also find the number of grams left behind. How can you find number of grams left behind? Will be as moles is equal to mass divided by molar mass. Moles are given and molar mass can be calculated from here, and it will be calcium 40 plus oxygen, 2 oxygen, 16 2s are 32 plus 2 hydrogen 2, it will be 74 grams per mole. Now rearrange the equation. On rearranging, we will get mass is equal to moles multiplied by molar mass. Now by putting values, mass will be equal to moles 0.415 moles multiplied by 74 grams per mole. Per mole and moles are cancelled out. We have 30.7 grams. So this is the actual value or actual mass of the calcium hydroxide which is not used in the reaction. It is left behind at the end of the reaction. So students, this is how we can calculate the amount of the excess reagent or the amount of the reactant that is not used, instead left behind at the end of the reaction is excess reagent. Hopefully you have got the concept. For any query you can ask question. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.